DJ Khaled.
I'm playing my dad, Dallas. It'll be very hard. You want it? Alright. Oh, and there's old Cavaliers ones. To change jersey. Houston. Golden State. No, it fits the screen, so there's nothing gonna be over there.
No, I'm saying if we both do that.
I could be a different. I'll be this color.
Sure.
Yeah. Got pressure here.
The 2K Sports pregame show.
Ernie Johnson joined by Shaquille O'Neal.
Ernie
Kenny the Jet
Johnson.
Smith, thanks for tuning in. You're watching the NBA on
It's
2K
68.
Sports. Tonight, it'll be the Cleveland Cavaliers going up against the Warriors out in Oakland. Well, for the Warriors, they're looking to come out strong and make their mark early. They have to look at this game as a great opportunity to do just that. And one of the dynamic players we'll be seeing tonight is Draymond Green, so
Dallas is
instrumental
texting
in the
some
Warriors'
pictures,
championship
comments
run in
inside,
15.
and I'm
Shaq, he's a
talking
guy
into
who
it so
can
you
do
can
it all
hear.
on both ends of the
So he
floor.
was
You got great
asking me.
speed, strong enough to guard any position from.
Yeah, it's loading.
Oh my God, yeah, I'm good.
All around superstar.
The starting lineup.
23.
Cavaliers.
Wait, that's their.
And
That's
shooting
not their logo in the middle,
J.R.
is it?
Smith at the other part of the J.R. Smith.
They change it?
Hello, everyone. Get ready for NBA action live on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan, joined by my colleagues Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony.
Oh, it's the same.
Okay.
A contest between conferences, Oracle Arena, Oakland, California, where the Warriors take their home floor. All fueled up and ready to go. Brought to you by Gatorade. Let's check out who's on the floor. So on the floor for Cleveland, J.R. Smith and LeBron at the 2 and 3. Thompson
I
is
can
out
make
there
it
with
to where
Kevin
that
Love.
goes down.
And it's Irving at the point guard position.
And how big was last year's trade for J.R. Smith? I mean, sent from the Knicks to the Cavaliers around midseason,
When we
Smith
make
began
it
to
to where
post
that
some of the
goes
better numbers of his career,
thing on the
helping
side.
prove that for a tumultuous personality like Smith's, environment is key.
And that one's good, Barnes.
Barnes.
And here are the Cavaliers
No,
now.
my dad doesn't like playing like that.
Here's LeBron.
Oh, I feel scared.
On the wing, Irving. Guarded
I'm
by
not
Curry.
used to that when playing.
LeBron dishes to Thompson. And here's Love from the arc. And the rebound goes to the Warriors. Curry attacking. Not enough on that one as it misses. Cleveland's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. Smith kicks to Irving. And Thompson sends it back. They retain possession.
Yeah, trying to get going here, but that's an offer for the first 5 here to start the game.
No good from Bogut.
Come on.
Certainly not the dream start they were hoping for, going 1 for 4 early.
No.
Smith with a wide open look. Good, and the assist goes to LeBron.
There's a chance he could have a big game if they don't D him up more tightly on the perimeter.
From deep three-point range, again, Curry missing.
Really just struggling here in the first few minutes. 5 attempts with only 1 falling.
Got that one up quick. Irving's got his first points in this one.
It is so hard to contain him. He just seems to get it done however he has to do it.
Thompson against Irving. Launches a 3. Thompson misses.
No, even though he missed that three-point shot, I think the defense has to do a better job of challenging the shot.
Yeah, as a coach, you can really ill afford to have those types of opportunities presented against your defense.
Want me?
No, that's good.
And for Kyrie Irving, it had been a long time coming. Last season, he finally played in his first postseason with the Cavs. And up until the unfortunate injury, he certainly made the most of it.
And think again about the playoffs last year, Clark. They weren't all sunshine and roses for Irving. He had to play through a tough leg injury in the conference semifinals, and, of course, the injury in the finals, the fractured kneecap, and he was gone.
Yeah, that was really painful to watch, seeing him go out for the rest of the playoffs with that fractured kneecap.
Are you
Freak
serious?
injury, but he'll grow from it and be better. It seems that every pass they make is leading to a score here. I mean, that's just exquisite ball movement.
And that's because the ball is looking for the best shot, and it's really
Right
paid
there.
off for them during the run.
Get out the
Now, here's Thompson.
Are you
And Irving
serious?
pulls it down.
How do you
They
miss
could end
that?
every possession with that shot, they'd be happy. 9 times out of 10, that's an easy layup for them.
The shooting numbers just aren't there yet in the quarter.
Green, the pass to Curry. Curry with another miss.
Not sure what the D was doing
No,
there.
I start on
Clearly
the
a
24.
breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that
What
good
class
look.
are you in, Dallas?
For 3, Smith. That's in there. Love with the
You're
assist.
kidding me, right?
6 points for J.R. Smith.
How about the passing? They are moving the ball without any thought, without any individual objective.
Yeah, and it's really fun to see that kind of unselfishness. Really hard not to appreciate all the assists they've racked up.
And here is James after the three-pointer from Stephen Curry. And here we go. And it's Barnes snapping it down.
Miss
Well, they
Freeman?
won't be down for
I had
long if
Miss
they can get
Freeman.
some more early offense just like that.
And
Do you
Clark,
like
the
her
best
so
way to
far?
get that early offense is with steals that allows you to get out of transition.
No.
Now here's Love. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for him. Smith outside.
My ball.
Right side, Irving. Pass to Thompson. It's stolen by Green.
Pass to Green.
And now in transition, it's Barnes. Here we go. Count that one.
Do you like Miss
Great
Freeman?
anticipation and awareness to come up with the steal and trigger the fast break.
And now just a one-possession game thanks to that quick hitter. Outstanding play in the open court.
So timeout call
Wait,
here. The
Thompson
first for
did.
Cleveland.
You know, the Cavs had a slow start to last season compared to how everybody thought they would play. Still, it was the best start for Kevin Love in his career and would end up being the most winning team he's
What
played
class
on.
did Chase
Says
do?
something about how long he's waited for success.
Catching up on the changes for Golden State. Estes Ezeli, he's jacked in for Bogut. Spates comes in for Draymond Green. Andre Iguodala, he's checked in for Harrison Barnes.
Sounds like
And
ice
it's
cream.
Livingston in for Curry.
Well, you have to like
Sounds like
their
ice
work
cream.
on the boards, Kevin, particularly here to start the game.
Yeah, I like the way they're
Sounds like
setting the
ice cream.
tone. Really playing with a lot of
No,
energy here
Doba
at the
sounds
start.
like an ice cream flavor.
And Love, who would also go on to make his first postseason appearance, played in the first round last year. It was a complete 180
That's
for
not
him in what he
Curry,
was
that's
used to at
Curry.
Minnesota.
And even though there were ups and downs for Love last season, you know that he
Livingston
must have
has, like,
enjoyed
a
winning
short
for a
little
change.
neck.
And being in the league
has, like, a long
so long
neck,
without
like a little
making the
head.
playoffs, he finally got a chance to play in the postseason.
Now here's Spates. Ezeli
How do you
can't get it
miss
to go.
that? You got Miss Gibb.
Passes to Fry. No one near James as he lets it go. And that's going to be too many steps. Gets the whistle on the travel. Brandon Rush is checked in for the Warriors. Barbosa comes in to Thompson. Livingston, no luck. The Cavaliers leading by 4. The drive by LeBron. And he can count it. He'll go to the line with a chance to make it 3.
Special. They're just
by the way,
guys like him who can accelerate to the rim and finish in style.
Last game, Mr. Highfield, what?
LeBron James by many
Mr.
surveys,
Highfield.
and no surprise here, GA, the most popular athlete in America.
I mean, the highest paid
Every
player
teacher I
in the
want, I
league.
don't do
And
it.
you know what?
The only teacher
He
that I
deserves
want,
it. This guy
that I
has
got
really
is
carried
Miss
the
Megan.
mantra as the face of our game, as well as anybody. And I tell you what, people now are starting to
And I
acknowledge
wanted
the guy
Mr.
also
Highfield.
delivers when it matters.
Whoa.
Nothing fancy there. Didn't need it.
Nope. His only concern right now, Clark, is getting the points on the board, and I don't mean style points.
I like the simplicity.
Well, there's also style.
Oh,
just
Buggy's
with the
in
fact
school?
that he's
I
able
forgot.
to have that kind of a finish, though. Still, I like that pretty one-handed flush.
When he's wide open like that, he'll rarely miss those.
Here's Barbosa. That drops, and it comes off the assist from Livingston.
No,
Great job to hit his teammate on
be
that move, Kevin.
quiet. That's why Della Dover looks like a
Both teams
hairy
have it
giant.
going here.
I'm not disputing that. That's true.
And now a chance to hear from Stephen Curry about the team's
I want to hear
struggles
from
of late.
Stephen Curry.
Whether we made shots or not, we felt like we had a chance to win.
You know, Clark, when you hear a talent as tremendous as Curry talk about what a struggle it is, you know you're watching just
Tyus is
outstanding
in
basketball.
preschool.
Well, I tell you what, I like that kind of serious.
At first, I didn't
focused
know that's
attitude
how you spelled his name.
It's really always been Curry's
I was
approach.
like,
It's
what?
one of the reasons he's always working to get better and hone and upgrade his game. And how he's able to take it that one notch forward each season.
Well, up to this point, a closely contested game as we start the second quarter. And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for the Cavaliers.
Well, I'll tell you what, they must have had a good shoot around because they've been fantastic from long range so far, fellas.
And the other thing, though, is their execution in terms of their
Are you
ball movement has
serious?
been flawless.
How do you miss
Sets
that?
up a lot of
Oh,
easy
thank
scoring
you.
opportunities.
Ian Clark out there with Barbosa.
Give me that.
Then there's Draymond Green.
Give me
And
that.
it's Rush. And it's Spates in at the 5. Home in the paint. That's the
Bars.
group for the Golden State
And
Warriors
the
to start the second quarter. It was the season of destiny, and the Warriors certainly followed through. Clark, the best team in the league all year, and they finished the
like that
job beating the Cavs in the final.
And they were on a mission from the get-go. They would become another team to win 65 games.
That was not
and
excellent.
win the
You
final.
said excellent
Impressive
and
work.
something.
Catching up on the
Way
changes for Golden State. Andrew Bogut checked in for Spates. Klay Thompson comes in for Brandon Rush. And Steph Curry subbed in for Leandro Barbosa.
What? It's
Now Irving
23-18?
after the missed 3 from Stephen Curry. Irving attacking. Nice D for Bogut.
Thank you.
And for the Warriors, they had tough opponents the whole way. I mean, the Pelicans, Grizzlies, and Rockets, they all put up fights. The Cavs in the finals were just as tough with LeBron, but the Warriors found a way to come through.
Now here's Bogut following the miss by Kyrie Irving.
How?
I love the way he uses his size.
Yeah, Bogut is Bogut. All up in your grill.
And guys, that's how you
All
get
up in your
swing right
grill.
there. I mean, taking the steal and then
He's
turning
not
it into
smashing
two
no one.
easy points.
Your hairline
No telling how
smashing.
important that sequence could turn out to be.
And guys, in a game this snug, moments like that are the ones we
No one's
usually look
smashing.
back on at the end as a difference maker.
Now here's Thompson. And another miss by Cleveland.
And for the Warriors, it had been nearly 40 years, guys, since the franchise made it to the finals. And
Who's
they
smashing
had a
who
lot of
now?
pressure on them to
Only
win
1
and
point
finish
down.
things off, but they got it done and did it in emphatic fashion,
motivated
winning on the
me to
road.
do that.
The title solidified them as one of the all-time outstanding teams in NBA history.
Clark dishes to Bogut. And Thompson sends it back.
Bogut, what are you doing?
Outside Irving. The 3.
Foot 8, maybe?
And another miss by
7
Cleveland.
feet 8.
Not able to find it here in the second.
Why
He's
is he
off
so
stride and
slow?
off track just a bit after that one he had earlier.
There's Green with the 3. And a great assist by Curry as that one
I
goes
told
in.
you that.
Green's got the lead up to 2 now for the Warriors.
No, triangle's to swat at the ball, I said. No. Who's your favorite basketball player? Mine is
To succeed. Timeout called the Cavaliers. And speaking
mine
of
is
Curry's
probably
slight build,
LeBron.
he's worked up and bulked himself. If he's added some muscle, he even got up to 200
Mine is
pounds,
probably
I think he said.
LeBron
They didn't feel
or
real good, Clark,
DeMarcus
at that weight.
Cousins.
Yeah, it's not about the weight, Kevin. It's about strength. You need it to fight
what's his
through
name?
screens and attack the rim, and he's clearly put on the strength he needs to play at the highest level.
Kyrie Irving is another one. Oh, you know who's my favorite? Like,
in for Ian Clark.
my
And
top
Cleveland
three are
also making a
Paul
change.
George, LeBron.
LeBron's
and
checked in
DeMarcus.
for J.R. Smith.
No, he's not.
Thompson up top. He kicks to Dellavedova.
Oh, the Glen.
Back to Thompson. And there's the feed to Irving.
Nope.
To halt the run.
Get that.
Green with the block. The shot's good from Love. 3 minutes of action so far in the second quarter. On its way from Curry for 2. The shot is off. And Cleveland the other way now. Irving kicks to Dellavedova. Cleveland moving it around. Thompson not wasting any time and taking the shot and knocking it down. Thompson's got 4 points now in the quarter. Golden State's gone 1 of 3 from way outside since the start of the second quarter. Pass to Green. Here's the 3. And another 3 for Golden State.
These defenders have
Add me on Snapchat, I will.
That's 2 in a row, and we call that a streak.
Kicks it to Love. Deflects the pass.
Andrew Bogut.
Now the
Kyrie
Warriors
Irving.
moving it up. Green leading the charge.
Who's Rovers?
Let's look at the energy stats, how the hustle game has been going for the Warriors.
They've come out in attack mode on the defensive end. They've applied pressure and forcing turnovers.
They also came out of the locker room with their
Oh, it's
running
too
shoes
easy.
on.
What's your
their transition
Snapchat?
game has been full throttle.
And guys, you talk about
GCA.
ascendant stars in the NBA, none brighter than Steph Curry, the leading vote getter for the All-Star game a season ago. But what I love, he doesn't let it go to his head. I mean, he remains grounded and focused on winning. They are just killing them on the interior.
Yeah, you can't say that with enough emphasis. I mean, the defenders are just not being aggressive enough down low. You got to play with some physicality in the paint.
What happens when you try too hard?
Let's the 3 fly. Sent back by Irving.
That's what
Well, it looks like he's cooled down a
I
bit
said
after
that's
hitting
what
those
happens
2
when
in the
you try
first
too
quarter.
hard.
Can they get it?
Get that out
Green
of
with
here.
the block.
We could play that. We could play that all
On the
day.
break. Thompson with the ball. And it's
All on
Barnes
LeBron.
slamming it down.
All on LeBron. Alright, I'll add you after this game. All on
What a finish it
LeBron.
was, guys.
Why would you
Really
do that?
nicely done.
What I like, though, about Stephen Curry also is
I pressed the wrong button. I pressed the wrong button. I pressed the
Yeah,
wrong
he's pretty
button.
much unflappable. He's level-headed and he puts his teammates
I was
first.
passing it to you.
That's what
You
makes
were-
him
you
a
were too slow.
championship caliber superstar.
You don't know
some
how to
changes
use
here for the
LeBron.
Warriors. Andre Iguodala is
You don't know how
checked in
you
for Draymond Green. Barbosa comes in for Thompson. And it's
I'm
Livingston
gonna
in for Curry.
microwave you.
And then for Cleveland, Mozgov, he's checked in for Thompson. Fry comes in for Kevin Love. And Shumpert in there for Matthew Dellavedova.
I could see
I mean, I
straight
like
over
the
it.
call. I thought the defense was just there a little late.
Yeah, it looked like it. I mean, he kind of slid underneath as he got to the spot, too.
Catching up on the changes for Golden State. Spates comes in for Zealy. And it's Rush in for Harrison Barnes. And LeBron James
No,
gets it
that
to go.
wasn't a foul.
And he can time his passes so perfectly. Wow, what an assist.
You can tell 2K Sports.
Out of hand on it.
Isn't a foul.
Irving attacking. Yes, and it's LeBron picking up the
Dallas,
assist.
who do you think's gonna win?
10 points for Kyrie Irving.
And not his quarter, scoring-wise. Just 1 of 7 from the field.
Offensive rebound. Here's Iguodala.
Iguodala.
Jamming that one home.
No, that was me.
Muscles
That was
his way
me.
to the rebound and
Dallas
then just
thinks I'm gonna win
pounds it home
anyways.
for the
Yeah.
Well said, Jay. The battle on the
If he
boards,
says it.
Clark, could go a long way toward deciding this game.
Dallas.
You know, and if
who
that
do you
play is
think's
any
gonna win?
indication, that's a battle they're willing to
Yep.
put every ounce of their energy into winning.
What?
Sometimes we all
You
just want to
suck,
show
Lou.
people that we have the range.
Yeah, you speaking from experience?
Get out here.
We already know how good his range is.
No, and nothing.
That deep.
I'm gonna win. Look at this. See all these?
Get to the
what does that
I
say?
couldn't agree with you more. I mean, that's the message they were sending with that foul. Nothing easy inside.
Maybe
and the
you.
Warriors decide to take their first time out here.
Maybe you. Maybe you.
Maybe who?
Maybe you.
Did you say that?
Oh, look.
Yeah, maybe a change of the game plan right now, looking at some different sets because of the matchup.
Yeah, I agree
I
with
don't
you.
even
because
care if
they're
I
looking
win or
to
not. I just want to expose you.
tweak things
Yeah.
to maybe get those matchups working in their favor.
I'm naming this Expose Him. You thought you were going to have to shoot? Oh,
And that one misses.
Where is this supposed to go to?
this is like watching a basketball game
So
while
we
talking
can't
to you.
get either to fall. The dish to Barbosa. The shot is good. It's his
Barbosa just
second bucket
beats
in
out
5
LeBron.
tries.
I'm sorry,
Guys,
LeBron. I
continue to
like
put
you.
a
I'm
lot
a big
of pressure
fan,
on
but
the
you
interior
just got
defenders with the way they
you
work
just
down low.
got
It's becoming
beat out
a
by
theme in this game,
Barbosa,
Clark.
who's
They
now
are
on the
piling up the
screen.
points in the paint.
The Cavaliers again can't hit.
I almost
And a
made
pretty
that.
tightly contested game here as we end the first.
Hi,
Almost
Kevin.
made-
A solid and
No.
competitive first half of
Get that out.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Watch, Shaq might be dancing.
I don't care about Shaq. Let's skip this part, man.
Hello again, everybody. Ernie Johnson
I am.
here, joined by Shaquille
Press
O'Neal.
X.
Golden State found themselves in a close game in the first. They kept at it on both ends of the floor, and at the end of the period, they had us. And that'll do it for now as we send you back to Kevin
Yeah, look at
Harlan
your
for the
hair,
start of
Ernie.
the second half.
Look at your hair like. Like a whole bunch of spiders crawling around.
What?
and nesting.
Nope. Never.
Here we go now, the start of the third quarter, welcoming you back
You
in a
said
closely
you
contested
almost
first
made
half
the
so
buzzer
far.
beater.
Take a
But
look at what
almost
Irving's
doesn't
done.
count.
He's got 10 points and also a block shot. It's been a really complete performance for him today.
And Clark, he's
Curry
made
looks
a
like someone
huge
that-
impact at both
You would
ends
be
of
Curry's
the
friend.
floor.
If you met him,
And
you
so
would.
in the game for the Cavaliers,
Taking a
Kyrie
picture with
Irving
him
and
and
J.R.
stuff.
Smith at the guard set. LeBron and Love are the talented pair at the forward position. And it's Thompson in at the 5 down low.
Yeah, and you're telling 2K that they make KD
The
suck.
Cavaliers trail by
Okay
4.
about that.
And one problem with the Cavs last season was they put immediate pressure on themselves. A part of that was the trade for
Yes,
Kevin
I
Love.
did.
That pierced your eyeball.
The Warriors
Here's my
shooting around
eyeball.
41% on the night. From deep.
Excellent
Sinks it.
release.
What range from outside? Wow.
I haven't saw you
14
get one
points
of
for
those
Steph
yet.
Curry. LeBron,
Ew.
that's a 2-pointer.
You're still
Can't get it
winning.
to go.
And
Yeah,
you know what?
winning
That's
the
one of
break
those heat
contest.
checks if he's taking shots like that.
Yeah, heat check or not, I don't
Are
care
you
how hot
serious?
he may or may not be. He's not making that.
Oh, I just beat. He might have won the
Such
dunk
a strong
contest.
finisher on the fast break.
Hey, Greg, I
Last
love the
game
fact
he
he's
was
always in
Thunder.
control.
Thunder.
He's going at
I beat him with the
breakneck
Kings.
speed. He still maintains his body
I
control.
beated him with the
And that was
Kings.
Kia bringing you the close-up on the big-time play.
Looking like that
Yeah, how
one
about
dog
the body
target.
control on that one?
Oh,
Narrowly
with
misses
the,
getting the
the-
deuce.
Boy, he had a nice look at it after drawing the foul. Boy, it would have been nice to get an and one there.
And remember Klay Thompson's father, Michael Thompson, a former #1 pick out of Minnesota. Growing up, he was the smallest of his brothers and thereby took his lumps when they played hoops. But he said that challenge helped him to develop
Long
into the
nose
player he
free.
is today.
The nerve.
And Klay Thompson, born into an athletic family. His
I'm
father, the
adding
former
you.
#1 overall pick in the NBA draft. And Clark, his mom, was a Division I volleyball player.
And you know, Thompson, despite those genes, was not a highly recruited player out of high school. Grew up in UCLA's backyard, but ended
Yes,
up
I just
playing
sent you
college ball at
a thing on
Washington State.
The
Snapchat. I
Cavaliers
added
trail
you.
by 5. Here's Irving. Played in with a nice touch off the glass. Irving's got 4 this quarter.
Great way to
Talk
start
about
an
how-
easy layup against some soft D.
No, it's because I ran. That wouldn't have happened. That wouldn't have happened. I did you. I did you a
At his
favor.
position, I mean, he
That
can
wouldn't
get wherever
happen.
he wants to on the court. He's athletic, an unbelievable
right, I'll end it right
finisher
now.
as well. I think that's something that oftentimes gets underrated.
End
Maybe
it.
the best finisher in the league.
Agreed.
You gotta play fast game.
A tough first half, but it's been a different story here since the break.
No one near him. Bounces high off the rim and drops.
No.
Irving's got 16 points.
Fine.
Warriors leading by 4.
And you know, Kyrie Irving really ambidextrous as a ball handler because you can't play him to one side.
How's it fruity? Just because I can splash it.
So
LeBron could do that. LeBron could do that. You just don't.
Well, he gets it in close, but you have to credit that stifling defense for forcing the miss.
Exactly, Greg. I mean, defense like that really increases the degree of difficulty on that shot by a large amount.
And here's James outside. The Warriors pull it in. Green's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight.
And one thing about Irving's ball handling, he does a great job of protecting the ball. A very low rate of turnovers for a player as aggressive as he is on the bounce.
The shot's good from LeBron.
First 3 of the half, second of the game. Can he heat up?
And the basket by Curry.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
And, Greg, it's hard for me to watch this. I mean, the defense practically giving them those shots.
They've been the better rebounding team by a healthy margin, but it hasn't been enough.
Yeah, you know, they're hustling and giving a good effort, that's for sure. But unfortunately, the execution has been lacking. It just hasn't been a very good day for him, guys. They need him to start varying some of those.
Yeah, clearly he hadn't established
that's
position
the one
there.
that
and I like this call because you want the refs in that situation. If there's any doubt, err on the side of giving the benefit of the doubt to the offensive player. That should have been a block, and it was.
You should have dunked that. Who's that?
Barbosa?
And you're going to take as many of those high percentage shots as you can
get. I don't know who Clark is.
It's stolen. To the middle. Clark, the pass to Curry. Oh, what a great finish as he gets bumped on his way up. He'll go to the line and try to tack on another.
Excellent release. You see that?
Flipped to on this quarter, guys.
And the Warriors making a change here. Iguodala's checked in. Then for the Cavaliers, Mozgov. He's checked in for Tristan Thompson. Fry comes in for Kevin Love. And it's Amon Shumpert in for James. Sean Livingston, he's checked in for Curry.
What is that, Dallas?
Poked away. It's stolen by Green. Dishes to Livingston. Puts it up from 17.
Excellent release. That's like my 5th this
game. And the Warriors lead by 19.
A very good half for them from the field. They've got their shooting percentage up over 50%.
Yeah, they're all.
You know how many times I watch with these people?
Well, you're going to give yourself a chance to get the dunk.
You know, the Cavs last season won a bunch of games, but
nice while I'm up by 19 points.
Fall behind early or dig a big hole and have to fight their way out.
I know. You can look at the comments.
The Cavs and their comebacks, they actually overcame double-digit deficits for 13 of their 53 wins last year.
Yeah, and Kevin, I remember their biggest one being a comeback after being down 17 points. I mean, but when you have the star power that the Cavs have,
Dallas, if you ask my dad a question,
out of the question.
He could also look at
against
the
this team.
Too.
So many great statistics are available to demonstrate just how dominant the Warriors were last season. My favorite is, GA, their point differential.
You know, to be able to beat your opponent by double digits on average
I
is
won't
something
even go
only
with
8 teams have been able to do in the history of the league.
It's amazing. And Green gets it to go.
The defense is far too slow to close out on those three-point attempts.
And those triples, they sure do
that
up quickly, don't they? I mean,
playing too
they've got
much
to make some
upward,
kind of
so
adjustment here.
And that's out of bounds. Golden State will retain possession. And some changes here for the Warriors.
Before you think I'm gonna.
Spates checked in for Festus Ezeli.
I'm not telling you how to play.
Way out by the
and it's Barbosa in for Ian Clark.
Going in every time.
You gotta warm up your people before you could do that.
Puts it up off the inbound. Barbosa's shot is off.
Guys, the Warriors ended the year at just over a 10-point differential per game. I mean, still that number is staggering when you think of what it takes to achieve that mark over the course of a season. Typically, championship teams are somewhere in the +6 to +8 range. 10 is off the charts.
I'm sorry, that's poor defense down low again. It's been a mismatch thus far in the paint.
I'd agree with you, and I don't think they expected this one to be a game.
They can't guard us on the perimeter. Spread the floor and isolate up top. Cleveland spacing.
And you know what? That Warriors point differential was helped out a lot by their play at home. The home differential was almost plus 15 points per game. A lot of blowout wins. Scary thing is they set their starters in the fourth so often, they could have made those numbers even higher had they wanted.
Warriors leading by 22. Goes up, flushes it down to finish the break.
And that's really the change in the game. It's the overall athletic ability. I love those point guards that can throw it down.
Well, you've talked about that. That's a dose of the modern NBA, Greg. That kind of aerial ability isn't limited now to just the front court anymore.
That's exactly right.
You know, I look at it this way, guys. It seems to me there are more high flyers at guard than anywhere else in the league these days. That's the third bucket in a row from the paint. This defense needs to clog those lanes in the middle much more effectively.
36 seconds left. What are you doing? Call full timeout. Call 20.
Cannot allow the offense to have that quality of a look each and every possession. Clearly, he's not pleased.
He said his favorite basketball team is Kings and his favorite players are Boogie and LeBron.
They're playing some soft interior defense, and you can't win that way. That's a recipe for disaster.
I'm going to go whoever they put in.
You're not going to play with some physicality inside.
Timeout called the Cavaliers.
That was a good time to call the timeout to try to settle everybody down and get back into their offensive rhythm. They've been coughing up the rock an awful lot.
This is going to Dallas.
This could get even more out of hand if they continue to put up points.
Wow, Kevin, what a performance we are seeing.
5 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Three-pointer, Dellavedova, good on the shot. Dellavedova's got 9.
You know, sometimes you don't like to see guys pull up from three-point range on the break, but for him, with nobody on him, that's a pretty good shot.
Rush dishes to Barbosa. Spates kicks to Barbosa.
Shoot it from 8 miles out.
Here's Rush, covered by Smith.
He's inspired. Look at that. He's at home.
Now here is Barbosa. On the wing, Iguodala. Offline.
Women, boys. Yeah.
Welcome back as we get ready to start the fourth quarter. Not exactly a nail-biter here, but you never know. The Cavaliers shooting around 41% on the night. It's the Splash Brothers, Curry and Thompson at the guard spots. The defensive stalwarts, Green and Bogut, are down low. And it's Barnes in at the 3, the small forward. That's the Warriors 5. Thompson with the bucket.
Well, guys, they've shown some great passing on their last few trips down the floor. Excellent.
4 straight passes leading to scores. Great team play.
The Warriors shooting has been great, up over 50%. In fact, 52%. Here's Curry with the 3. Kept alive.
What? He actually missed it?
And finished off by Bogut.
And the second chance becomes a dunk. We could feel over here.
GA, such a good, aggressive play in the paint.
Guys, it's all about persistence on the offensive glass. You just can't ever give up on a play. Kevin, he's been a bright spot in what's otherwise been a little bit of a struggle for this team.
Here's Curry. And that one comes up a bit short.
That was my fault. That wasn't even
game in the face.
Well, he's got a tough mindset. He's confident as a defender. And when you combine those two things, it makes it real hard to score on him.
Really? Really? Really don't talk.
From deep three-point range, the long-distance three is big. Curry's got 32 points in the game. For Cleveland, they've gone 2 of 4 from the field since we started the final quarter of play. LeBron kicks to Love. He's looking for James and finds him.
What is he?
Stolen by Thompson.
Oh. You're slow.
Here's Green. Right through the knee for the layup. And now we'll get a perspective here on how the hustle game has been going for the Warriors.
Defensively, they played with a lot of energy, and the steals we've seen are a result of that aggressiveness.
They've been firing on all cylinders in the transition game, too. I mean, they've really run the break well.
I got
Guys, you gotta love the versatility of Klay Thompson. He provides so much at that two-guard position.
Well, he can defend three positions, Kevin. And offensively, he does everything you want done from the two-guard spot. He can play with or without the ball.
Catching up on the changes for Golden State. Estes Ezeli, he's checked in for Bogut. And Ian Clark subbed in for Barnes.
This shooting has been outstanding. Definitely one of the reasons they're up in this game.
Irving passes to LeBron. Jones kicks to Love. Fires for three. And James with the basket on the assist by Love.
What?
16 points for LeBron.
And Thompson's certainly in the conversation for the best two-way shooting guard in basketball. There's really not much he doesn't do well.
There's the triple. And another three for Golden State.
Add another triple to their second half total.
They came out of the break just dropping bombs and just not letting up at all.
What?
Now here's Love.
I don't know who Clark is.
LeBron dishes to Irving. Here's McRae. Draymond Green pulls it in. Green's got 8 rebounds in this game.
And Thompson's much more active.
I have over 30.
A great pocket
that was my goal. I could settle
down. Stay
down.
glued to him because of that ability to knock down shots.
It's tipped.
I got it out the way. Out the way.
Curry against Irving. Curry kicks to Green, and it's out of bounds. Last touch by Curry.
All right.
And that's just
I know that.
There. I mean,
unless he made like an epic comeback. I'm up by 30 points, guys, and that was my goal.
In for Green. Rush comes in for Klay Thompson. And it's Barbosa in for Steph Curry. Richard Jefferson, he's checked in for Cleveland. Williams comes in for Kyrie Irving.
So that was my goal. I got my goal, so I don't really care about winning.
It's Jefferson outside. The long distance three is buried.
What?
Oh, you don't know nothing.
We've played just over 3.5 minutes now in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, like this.
Barbosa.
But with someone else.
Tried to answer back, but that three is off the mark.
What?
To the inside.
Nope.
Jefferson's shot is off. Golden State's gone 3 of 5 from beyond the arc since the final quarter's gotten underway. Barbosa passes to Spates, and there's the call on Jefferson. That's his first foul.
Get out
and
my
really,
way.
these are some of the toughest calls an official has to make.
Yeah, but in this case, I think he got it right. I mean, the defender was still moving there and never really had good legal guarding position. He wasn't set.
Sean Livingston, he's checked in for Golden State. Cleveland also making some changes.
All right, now I'm going to start missing
he's
all my
checked in
shots.
for Love. Fry comes in for Jones. And it's a man shoved it in for McRae. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Cavaliers will retain possession.
Why are you saying get up when there ain't nobody in the crowd?
There's no one in the crowd. There is people in the crowd.
A minute 50 left in the game. Williams from outside. The Warriors pull it in.
Outstanding perimeter defense there. That was a well-contested shot.
Yeah, and you know he takes a lot of pride in his defense. There are no easy threes
Old
if he's
man.
on you.
That old man swatted you.
Where's your mask at?
Where's your
And
pass
one team
at?
is just
Where's your
completely
Ninja Turtle mask at?
outclassing the
Nobody
other
wants to see
tonight.
that.
Spirited performance, and it
Look
really
what, I'm
ignited
doing
what
all
is
my
turning out to
color
be a monster win here for the Warriors.
You're right. See, it
Quiet.
was a standout performance across the board. They were just at times some toying with it.
Yeah, like watching a cat play with a mouse, Kevin, quite honestly. They were able to do more or less, whatever they wanted to do.
And what a huge standout performance it was for Curry. Every time he shot it, it seemed like it was going to drop in. And if it didn't, everyone was surprised. And it's just one of those days, guys. He has just
Get out of here.
to shoot the basketball.
Look at your
Ryan
head.
Hyatt throwing down the hard one-hander.
One of his favorite
outta
moves
here.
right there, guys.
And really,
Get
he
out
does
of
that
here
one
with that.
as well as anyone.
Watch it,
Kev,
watch
you're
it.
right. That's like his signature
Again.
move once he
And
goes
one.
Oh
in.
my
Shot
God.
is good.
If you
And
come
they're
back, I'm
clearly
going to
finishing
do
strong here, but not enough time to pull it out.
Yeah, it does look like they're going
There we
to
go.
end on a high note. Too bad this run didn't develop sooner for him.
Now, here's Fry.
How you do it up in here. How you do it
Tell you what,
up
that's
in here.
just a
How
major
you do it
unforced
up
error right there, guys.
in here.
My goodness.
Fry. How many times have I told you not to do that, McFly?
Clark, they've shared the load offensively.
Yeah, they've done a nice job with it, Kevin. Everybody's touching the ball. There's a nice flow to what they're doing offensively.
Really?
Guys, they put the defense on their heels. You can see right now they're trying to react, and that's what you want when you're in a rhythm offensively.
Rush with the steal.
I'm alive, awake,
now the
alert,
Warriors moving it up. Fry leading the charge.
I'm alive, awake, alert.
That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here.
No question, he got bumped on that shot.
Yeah, the officials didn't need to talk that one over. It was obvious.
I'm gonna splish it. I'm not gonna splash it. I'm not gonna splash it. I'm gonna splish
I'm
it.
sweating looking
I'm
at
gonna
him.
splish it.
You know he's hotter than these all.
Livingston, it's both of them.
Being out of his natural habitat.
Natural habitat. Your natural
And here are the
habitat is in a
Cavaliers.
cave.
Fry
Bear.
dishes to Shumpert.
Look at that.
Cans the shot.
His
from the
natural
lane.
habitat is in a barber shop. Look at that hair.
Is that the best you can do?
Yeah.
Here is Livingston.
Shoot it!
Feeds to Barbosa. From deep. Misses the
Oh.
shot. So we see the Warriors taking the game here. They
All right.
Let's get out of
Took
here.
the game. No. All right. Bye, Dallas. I'm gonna go.
It's the first time I've used that shit.